Hey, we're good. Talking about another video here. We got rappers who fell off. It's a lot on them. But let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notification bell so you notifications to my drop. One roll, turn subscribe, look at that invoice that sent to my Instagram. Comment below. This is the month. I'm tired of saying it, but I'm gonna say it every time because you feel me? I'm gonna say it. This is the month to you niggas send your videos and all that you want me to react to. This the month. October is the month. Cause my minimum is 31 videos this month. So this the month. Send them bitches in, I'ma do them. No bullshit, but let's go ahead and get to the video, nigga, let's do it.
Making it to the top of the rap game is one thing, but staying there is totally different.
No cap.
Today, we're breaking down the biggest rappers who fumbled the bag and fell off.
Yeah.
The baby literally fell off last year.
Damn. He did though, cause his sales, his first week sales is 17,000. That is, from, you feel me, the baby, alright, so this why I say it's a different. The baby, that nigga just, man, nigga dropped. You feel me, so many bangers that year. I forgot what year it was. But he was dropping so many bangers. That nigga had like 1, 2, like 3 mid-tape. Then no skills for real. Then he come, they got down loud one. I only heard probably like, damn, I don't think I heard no song. But it only got 17,000, so you see the difference. That's why I said that.
Here, when he stumbled into the crowd during the set, now his career is taking a nosedive too. He blew up in 2019 and dropped back-to-back #1 albums.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, he's struggling to even book a show. It all started last year.
I remember what it was, but I'm gonna let him tell it. Hopefully tell it.
When the baby performed at Rolling Loud in Miami. In the middle of the show, he went on a homophobic rant and said,
"You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone like that up."
The baby got dragged.
It was no point in him saying it, but it is what it is. That's how I feel. Like, if I would have said it, it was no point in me saying it, but if it was on my chest, I'm gonna get it off. It be gonna come off. So you feel how you feel. So it is what it is.
Brag for it online. So he clapped back and said, "What me and my fans do at the live show, it don't concern you on the internet, or you bitter bitches on the internet." All the controversy led to Lollapalooza and the Governor's Ball pulling him from their schedule. Then he got cut from Parklife Festival, Day in Vegas, Austin City Limits Festival, Music Midtown, and iHeartRadio Music Festival too. He ended up apologizing on IG, but then deleted the post.
Never apologize. Have you said shit like that? Nigga, never apologize. Yeah, your money probably be fucked up. But shit, I ain't apologize. I ain't gonna lie. If I would've said shit like that, even though I won't, cause I ain't none of my business if you got all that. Unless a female that I'm trying to get off with, that I'm trying to, you feel me, kill, got it. Then, you feel me, it's a difference. But he went crazy with that bit, I guess.
Got even more backlash. The baby had hopped on Dua Lipa's Levitating remix, and after Rolling Loud, she said, "I'm surprised and horrified at the baby's comments. I really don't recognize this as the person I work with. I know my fans know where my heart lies, and that I stand 100% with the LGBTQ community." Radio stations ended up playing an alternate version of the track without the baby on it.
Damn.
Everything calmed down after a while, and the baby went back to doing shows. But it looks like his career took a massive hit. Back in August, his show at the Smoothie King Center Arena in New Orleans was canceled after he allegedly sold less than 500 tickets. His team obviously...
I ain't gonna lie though. Nigga like me, I know y'all time me problem, but I just gotta elaborate on every situation. Nigga like me, bro. Especially when I done came from nothing. I don't give a fuck if it was 20 niggas in this bitch. I don't give a fuck if it was 5 niggas in this bitch. I don't give a fuck if it was 1 nigga in this bitch. I'm riding out. You wanna know why? Cause at least somebody came. At least somebody. You feel me? These folk pay their money for this shit. Even though they they get their money, blah, 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 blah. It's a principle, bro. Like, now your next show, you probably don't, you probably have like, you feel me, less than that. You gotta think, bro. These niggas don't think. he probably did that for that little show. Double back, boom. It probably just rise up a little bit more. Double back, boom, rise up a little bit more. Nigga, you just came from being blackballed. Well, what you say, y'all, he was blackballed. You just came from being blackballed. You think you just finna back? Oh, yeah, I'm finna go ahead and get about 50,000 people up in it, but I'm going to get, I ain't gonna say 50. 50 is over exaggerating. I'm going to get about 5,000. Come on, bro. You just came from being blackballed. Don't nobody really want to see your face after you just said that little situation. Come on, bro. God dang.
Expected to sell more. The arena holds 14,000 people, and selling less than 500 isn't a good sign for him. His team says the story is all cap though. They put out a statement and said the Baby's New Orleans show was pulled by the artist team due to the promoter being in breach of contract. The Baby will be back in New Orleans to make it up to his fans. They say he's gonna make it back up to fans, but it doesn't look like the Baby has many of them left. Roddy Ricch blew up back in 2018 when his track Die Young racked up over 80 million views on.
Roddy Ricch, I promise to God, if I'm not mistaken, I could count on one hand how many songs I know of you. If I'm not mistaken. Box, Die Young, what? Damn, I was gonna say Stick in the Box. That's Box. Oh, the other one. Damn. That's the one we did. The little banjo shit. Not the banjo. What's that shit called? But that one. I think that's it. And that's 3 now.
On YouTube. And in 2019, he took it to another level when he dropped his debut album, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and stayed there for 4 weeks. His track The Box stayed at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 11 weeks and now has over 1 billion streams on Spotify. Roddy became a superstar pretty much overnight, but now fans think the fame is going to be gone as quickly as it came. After his first album dropped, Roddy hopped on some other people's songs, but wasn't releasing any new solo music. Fans were...
You gonna always fall like that. You gonna always fall. Them niggas don't know how you really sound by yourself no more, duh.
Waiting for a sophomore record. In 2020, he told GQ that the album was done and that it was a full-blown masterpiece, a real idea, a real body of work. 2 years after his first album, Roddy finally dropped Live Life Fast in December 2021, but fans and critics weren't feeling it like his older projects. It debuted at #4, but fell off fast, and people immediately started saying that Roddy peaked. Back in February, he started hyping up his new music. He posted a snippet from a track called Out My Mind, but people started clowning the track like crazy. A couple hours later, he ended up deleting the snippet and wrote, "Guess I'm a flop now. Shit crazy," on his IG story.
I know you didn't take a fan, dog. Nigga, you took a fan, dog.
Did you download?
Go harder, fuck.
The situation was obviously getting...
Nigga took a fan and cried. I know you didn't do that one, righty? Go harder. Nigga told me, I guess I'm a flop. It just left that bitch alone.
Because after that, Roddy deactivated his Twitter and IG account. A lot of fans thought he totally fell off, but back in June, Post Malone announced that Roddy Ricch was going to be touring with him. Roddy was featured on the track Cooped Up off Post Malone's new album, and getting the tour with one of the hottest artists in the world should definitely help his career. He definitely fell off from where he was a couple of years ago, but if he drops another hit, Roddy could be right back at the top. Lil Mosey went viral off the track Pull Up back in 2018.
Don't know not one song by this man to this day. No bullshit.
He was dropping music for a couple years and built up a fan base. But Pull Up really put him on the map and racked up over 25 million views on YouTube. He followed it up with the track Booth Pack, which also got millions of plays. And then his third official single, Notice, popped off and did crazy numbers. The track got a Cole Bennett music video that almost has 300 million views on YouTube. Mosey dropped his debut album later that year. It did solid numbers and reached #29 on the Billboard 200. But a lot of fans were surprised that it didn't sell more. All the singles popped off and did big numbers, but that success didn't carry over to album sales. In 2019, he had another Cole Bennett music video for the track Bust Down Cartier, but it only racked up around 15 million views.
If I ain't true, that was just looked fake as hell.
The singles popped off and did big numbers, but that success didn't carry over to album sales. In 2019, he had another Cole Bennett music video for the track.
I'm not tripping.
2019, he had another Cole Bennett music video for.
I ain't never seen one of the bitches in real life. I ain't gonna lie, but them bitches, they be kind of look like one of the ones in that mall. Yeah. You feel me? Kind of like one of the ones. Let 35. Let 35 off. You feel me? But I ain't never seen one of them bitches in real life, so I don't know too much. I'm just saying hi. My opinion. I'm stating
For the
my
track
opinion.
Bust Down Cartier, but it only racked up around 15
And
million
that's not
views.
Cartier.
15 mil is a lot, but his last collab with Bennett almost hit 300, so this was definitely a fall off.
Yeah.
He dropped his second album in 2019, but it only sold 23K in the first week, and fans weren't really rocking with it.
He did better than the baby new. I'm just saying.
Looked like Mosey had fallen off for good, but in 2020, he went
Damn,
more viral than ever with the
baby.
track Blueberry Faygo. Mosey hopped on the TikTok rap wave, and it paid off big time. Blueberry Faygo went crazy online, and the music video racked up even more views than the video for Notice. The same day he dropped the track, Mosey reissued his second album and put Blueberry Faygo on it. Now, it's his most popular song with over 1 billion streams on Spotify. Even though he brought his career back, it looks like Mosey is falling off again. None of his new tracks are doing numbers. Plus, he's facing serious legal allegations too. Mosey's trial's been pushed back a couple of times, and now it's set to start on December 12, 2022. The charges definitely didn't help his career, but it looks like it was pretty much over anyways. Rich the Kid got into the
I
rap
got
game
Hellboy
back in
right here.
2013 after hustling for a few
Ooh,
years.
that
He
beard.
started popping off and ended up signing
Piss
a
rate
deal
finna
with
hit the
Interscope in
roof.
2017. For a while, he was working with huge artists like Kendrick Lamar, Quavo, and Future, but his career lost a lot of steam. Last year, his Lucky EP only sold 5K his first week out. Rich
5,000? What the fuck? Now 5,000 is shit. 5,000? Damn. 5,000?
tried to level up and become a label boss when he started Rich Forever Music, but the label never really popped off, and he's had a lot of drama with his own artists too. It's also what led to his infamous beef with Lil Uzi Vert. Back in December 2020, Rich aired out how he feels about the industry on his IG stories. He said, "The industry's full of lying, stealing, blood-sucking motherfuckers for real. They will hate you, talk shit about you, and the whole time be dead-ass broke." Around the same time, Fashion Nova hit him up with a lawsuit for $2.1 million over a $100,000 advance that Rich allegedly ran off with. He clapped back on IG and said, "I don't owe Fashion Nova no money. If Fashion Nova want $100,000 from me, they know I can pull up and drop it off." Rich also had to hand over a bag to his former managers. A judge ordered him to pay Blueprint Artist Management $1.1 million
That gun lit as
after
hell.
they sued him for not paying. Then his landlord sued him for over $300K after Rich got $32,000.
So this nigga was just living. Ain't doing nothing, ain't paying nobody. Living. Go crazy. Rich Kid.
behind on rent payments. He already had money issues going on. And in January 2021, Jay Critch aired Rich Forever out on Instagram. He wrote, "I am not rich forever. That shit been a dub. Stop letting these cap about owning masters and shit. They trying to hold in bum ass deals. Be your brother until the business come up. Then it's all lawyer talk, contract talk, not real nigga shit. If y'all want new music, tell them free Critch. Whole ass." Rich clapped back and accused Critch of snaking him just to get a bag, and the situation started getting heated. They sent shots back and forth on social media for a while, but eventually they squashed the beef. Last year, Rich went on the New Music Daily podcast and said, "I feel like when it comes to business, you really need to just keep it in-house. But sometimes, when your emotions get mixed up into the business, that's when shit goes bad. That's what I'm really learning as I grow up. We've been friends forever, so definitely. We spoke on the phone. I talked to him yesterday. Luckily, Rich and Jay Critch put it all behind them and are cool again. And hopefully Rich can get his legal situation sorted out too. He fell off for sure, but he could bounce right back if he drops a hit or signs an artist.
No, for real, he did fall off. That nigga fell off tremendously. I don't know a song by Rich the Kid right now that was recent. I think the last song I really know about Rich the Kid is Plug Walk. And that shit a fucking shame. Is it? Plug Walk? Yeah. That shit a fucking shame.
Famous Dex blew up back in the mid-2010s. He dropped a couple of independent mixtapes, then signed to Rich the Kid's label. In 2017, he popped off with the tracks Japan and Pick It Up with A$AP Rocky. But his addiction and time in jail ended up killing his career, and his latest track hasn't even hit 50,000 streams. Back in 2018, Dex fell asleep in the middle of an IG Live session. Fans were worried that he was nodding off the pills, but Dex was not using any hard drugs. Then in 2019, he suffered a seizure in the middle of a set in Hollywood. Rumors said it was caused by drugs, but Dex and his team said it was epilepsy and not from substance abuse. Dex was still dropping music, but nothing gained any traction. Fans could tell he was on drugs, even though he kept denying it. After a lot of people reached out, Dex hopped on IG Live and told everyone to stay out of his business. He said, "Stop worrying about the next motherfucker that's doing drugs. The world on drugs. You know what I'm saying? I got money. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Goofy."
That's what fucked you up. Say, cause you got money. You can dope up all day. Look at you now. Jay got out of rehab. I just seen on Say Cheek. No, did he? Yeah. Jay got out of rehab. I just seen on Say Cheek. Congratulations. What else? What you gonna do now? That's all I want to know.
Yes. He worried about me for? And two, I don't do none of that shit. I smoke weed and take care of my kids. But less than a day later, after he told everyone he was good, the news broke that Dex had gone into rehab. He got out in January 2021, but when he hopped back on social media, it was clear that he was using again. Fans were worried that he might die from an overdose, but he ended up getting booked in jail a couple months later. In March 2021, Dex got hit with 19 charges from 3 different situations. According to police, in November 2020, Dex got into a standoff with the SWAT team after allegedly hurting his ex-girlfriend. In October 2020, he allegedly attacked another woman, and in March 2021, he was arrested during a traffic stop for carrying a loaded gun. Even though Dex had some wild charges against him, he only got hit with a 1-year sentence. He was released in September, but then went straight into rehab. He said he plans on staying there until at least November, and hopefully this time, he can kick the addiction for good. Lil Xan was a big part of the SoundCloud mumble rap wave, but he went from touring with massive artists like Nicki Minaj to dropping out of his own tour and starting beef with a random metal band who was a supporting act.
Lil Xan was on tour with Nicki Minaj. I just don't believe it. I swear to God, I don't believe it.
Had huge hits like Slingshot and Betrayed that racked up millions of plays, but the popularity didn't last.
I do not know one song.
He announced he was retiring and said, "I quit rapping and I'm only going to focus on moving forward with the Xanarchy clothing line and brand." But after a few years of battling addiction, Xan decided to make a comeback. He announced a new tour, but then dropped out of the first show. A band called Dropout Kings was supposed to open for him, and they aired Xan out on IG after he dropped the set. They wrote, "Straight up, f*** Lil Xan, 100%, I don't even care. Dude is a total piece of shit for doing this to all the artists and staff involved in this." Xan clapped back and said all the issues were because of Dropout Kings and their team, but nobody really knows what's going on. Later that same month, he dropped his first project in 3 years, but only 2 songs hit over 100K streams. Lil Xan was one of the most popular SoundCloud rappers for a while, but he fumbled the bag and let his career fall completely off. Luckily, he's at least sober now. Even though his music isn't popping off like it used to, that's still a huge win.
It is it for the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to my post notification bell so you know in case every time I drop on the road to unsubscribe. Look at that email just sent to my Instagram for free for any social media you see. See y'all on that video. Cause I'm out of there. Peace.